I was pretty normal kid, I guess. I besides the anger issues and stuff, I used to get in some fights and stuff coming up. But my dad wasn't really in the picture. But my mother was terrified. She was, I remember her saying that she thought she was going to get a call to identify my body someday, something like that. And I feel horrible for putting her through that. And it's just, I think my instinct is to fight. I think that's, if I see something that's wrong, or if I'm trying to stand up for myself, I'm gonna fight. I was getting ready to graduate high school, and my buddy Chris had started taking jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai over at the academy. And he said, "Oh man," he's like, "You're the scrappiest dude I know. You gotta come down. You gotta try it. Just try." I said, "Hey, I'm trying to move on. I don't really want to. If I never get another fight again, I'll be happy. It'll be okay." He said, "Oh no, you gotta try it. You gotta try it." So I went in and I tried one jiu-jitsu class, and that was it. There was no looking back. It was head down there every day for 7 years, and I haven't looked back. There was just people half my size that could just twist my body into a pretzel and just make me look stupid. You know what I mean? And getting beaten, humiliated like that made me want to keep coming back, and I not wanting to be that guy. And I think the same thing drives some people away. And these are the same people that wake up every morning and they say, "Yeah, I know I know me." But you don't, and I think forcing myself to be uncomfortable and go through situations like that has really paid off. I wanted to fight almost immediately, but I had a lot of work because I had no background or anything like that. So basically, after I trained for about a year in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, I went to my coach and I said, what do I have to do to get to that point where I'm fighting and stuff? And he just told me straight up what I needed to do and how I need to change my training habits and what did I need to add. And we set a goal and we achieved it. Anybody can do it. It's just you have to do it right. Well, I was doing good. In my little school in Southern Maine, I was standing out. You know what I mean? I was one of the better up and coming guys, and working real hard. And everybody was in my ear saying, "Hey, you're gonna smash this guy." It's not a question of how you're getting to win, or it's not a question of if you'll win. It's how you're gonna do it. Knockout, first round, or whatever. And so I'm building all up, and this is like what I'm talking about. Is I wake up every morning and say, yeah, that's the guy I am. You know what I mean? But I'm not knocking people out in practice. You know what I mean? I'm not a stand-up guy. So I'm going into this fight thinking like I'm invincible. Like I'm gonna knock this guy out. It's not gonna be a problem. And when I got in there, it was just such the opposite thing. This dude is so tough, and his stand-up's way better than mine. And we went 3 rounds, but I've never taken a bigger beating than that before. I've never been confident. I'm still not confident. I do this, not because I necessarily feel like I'm going to be the best at it or anything like that, but I feel like putting myself out there and being exposed has made me realize things about myself that are real and realistic and true. And I don't feel like I would have come to terms with myself as much as I do now through any other medium besides fighting. I've just been humbled in front of thousands of people. I've won in front of thousands of people, you know what I mean? And having both those perspectives have really kind of put me in perspective and made me realize where I'm really at. And I think a lot of people live their lives, they wake up every morning, they look in the mirror and they think whatever they're doing is the right thing to do, and they convince themselves of that. But my approach is more listening, to people with experience and what they have to say, and my own experiences, and make judgments based on that. I'm generally pretty friendly and outgoing and open about everything, and just I think fighters, a lot of they're very different on an individual basis. Everybody's different, but I think people get the perception that we're all these like bloodthirsty animals and stuff, but it's just not the way it is. I'm a much better person because I've been fighting. I'm a much less violent person and less impulsive. So I think that's why it surprised people, because they see that behavior and they say, "I can't believe that you go in there and do that." In the end of the day, it's really just a sport. my real true goal all along has been to kind of have my own school and be able to pass on my knowledge to other people and change their lives. So